Do the color, by the way. I only ever get behind the type of bars that you barricading. You're lying, you can't tame this. Niggas hide behind tough guy masks like Jason. Whether niggas is out of their mind or not, I'm still Raymond. Niggas got a lot to say, but never going Super Saiyan. You can catch the fade or the taper. Either way, I'm in attack mode before the cards is face up. Tagging Scar is face up. Where the black
Podcast of Dustiny, episode 22. I'm here with my very good friend, Jared Quay Campbell.
Yes, sir.
And we're here at a place that he actually recommended to me that I always walked by, you know, when I'd go to, like, whether I'd be doing a spot at, like, ASU or just hanging out on Mill, I'd always walk past this place, the Chuckbox, and he recommended to this place. Jared, what's your history of coming to this place?
Oh man, first of all, Chuckbox got some of the best burgers in the whole state of Arizona.
Yeah,
it's a staple of Tempe. Like if you in Tempe, you ain't hit Chuckbox, you ain't really hit Tempe, man. Don't go on Mill Street if you ain't hit Chuckbox.
Yeah. It's got a lot of history to it. It was started in 1972, right?
Yeah.
And the burger's amazing. I put too much mayonnaise and ketchup on it, but it's
No. It's great burgers. It's cash only. It's a cash only place. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
they want blood money. You know, if anything, if it's under the table, make sure as long as it's clean. You know.
Yeah.
And Chuckbox, if you Google Chuckbox, don't do it because you might get more than just a restaurant, huh? No, all right. I'm sorry.
But like, I honestly, didn't really know too much about this place, other than just just it's sitting here right here on the university, and I didn't. What's some other things, like special things about it?
Well, it's all this. Tempe, Arizona is really new now. Obviously, the Arizona State's campus has been here, but a lot of this stuff is new. They got a bunch of sky rises and new buildings. This is one of the oldest, old-fashioned buildings, man. And they keep it the same, man. The rest of the city might look new, but this is gonna look like old-fashioned America.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. In 1972, what was here in Arizona besides cactuses and little dust balls rolling around? And they got a whole Chuckbox. People used to come up here on horseback.
Yeah. And I know that there's probably been a lot of old Western stuff involved in here because we saw the Doc Holliday photo that you pointed out.
It's kind of the theme, though. I feel like Westerns in 1972 was kind of a little bit newer.
Yeah.
But, the theme of it is definitely like old fucking I'll challenge you to a duel outside type action.
We need to find out, like you asked earlier, if Doc Holliday is Holliday the last name of Doc's name in
Back to the Future? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is, but, just in case you're on this Googling, don't kill me for not knowing the real name of Doc in Back to the Future.
And the owner's name is Frank, and he created it in 1972. Did he create it in 1972, Ben?
Yeah, he probably had to.
Okay.
If it opened, actually, he probably incepted the idea probably in 71, 70.
Yeah.
Shit takes time to make it.
And the way that I know you is just through the comedy scene. You've been doing comedy all around the country, but I met you because you're currently located in Arizona. You've stayed in a bunch of different places.
Yeah, man.
But are you from Arizona at all? Like in terms of where you were raised or anything like that?
I'm from Denver, Colorado, the hood of Denver, Colorado. Most people don't know they got a hood. I'm from that motherfucker. My mom moved out here when I was in college, and so this became home for the last 14 years because wherever mom's like, hey, get away from that food. Hey! Them motherfuckers was scavenging. You see that shit?
Yeah. That's Ben, our cameraman's food. What the hell, man?
Damn, boy.
I'm only paying him like $10.
No, they didn't get shit. You all right, man. It's a little beak. Beaks ain't that messy, man. Eat that shit. They was fucking that shit up.
And by the way, I want to thank you for coming here, just immediately right after you got done working out. And
man.
you're just you have a really busy schedule, and I appreciate that. I know I was, stressing on you to try to get, making sure you get here.
Doesn't fuck around. Look at it. All right, guys, listen to this. This is going to be the best Podcast of Dustiny of all time. I'm calling it right now. Episode 22 is going to be, even when it's 500 episodes, episode 22 the best episode, all right? Dustin doesn't fuck around when he comes around. When he wants you on his podcast, he's going to let you know, man. Dustin has very much stalker-like vibes when he's trying to get you on his podcast. Literally, I wasn't sure if he was outside my house when he's texting me. He texted me 6 or 7 times on the day of to make sure I was going to come. Started at like 6:30 a.m. I said, damn, can I brush my teeth first? But hey, we're gonna make this the best podcast ever. Obviously, am I the most famous person on your podcast? I bet I'm the only verified person on Instagram on your podcast right now, and that's for a reason, guys. Not only am I a former football player, I am an established comedian. All right, I've been doing this shit for 11 years now.
Yeah.
I broke every club in Hollywood, and I came back and said I want to do open mics in Arizona. That's where I met Dustin, and so just make sure this shit, y'all know who I am. Google me, motherfuckers. Google me.
And that's it. That's the podcast. He did everything for me. No, I remember the first time I met you was at Devil's Advocate, and I think it was like at the height, the pinnacle of the pandemic. And me and you were, I think me and you were probably getting into like, I wouldn't even say heated. I would just say a discussion about COVID and stuff like that. But I think I remember at that time everybody was kind of arguing with each other about it.
Yeah,
COVID. And I think right now we're in a really good spot.
I think people non-vaxxers won.
A better spot.
Non-vaxxers won, man. People got vaccinated. It was like, yo, y'all gonna die, motherfuckers, if you don't get vaccinated. And looks like non-vaxxers won that one, huh? They're still here, and they don't have to wear masks no more.
Yeah. Well, at least all I can say is I think it's good that we are, hanging out and going out and doing things together again. And I remember you doing something really nice for me. You headlined one of the festivals I did in the backyard, in that
was a
sketchy
fun show.
backyard that I lived at.
No, that's a good show. If you haven't been, do you still do Festival of Dustiny?
I don't do the Festival of Dustiny anymore, but I've kind of branched. I guess I don't live at Moreland House anymore, and that's kind of where the heart of Festival of Dustiny was at. But I kind of branched off and done some shows, my own thing. But I remember you headlining and killing, having a really good time, and then also, I was like, I think I offered you, to pay you afterwards, and you just told me to keep it, and I thought that was really nice of you. I still pressured you to try to accept it, but you still were just like cool with that. And
no, I don't take. If you do stand up and you book me, I know how hard of a career this is. You keep your fucking money, all right? I make good money, all right? My brother's rich. I got a good job. I don't take money from people who are trying to make jokes to live. But if you wear a suit and you run a business, pay me, motherfucker.
Wait, so what's some other places that you have done comedy in other than Arizona? It was like, L.A.
I've traveled. I've done a lot of travel. Every city, pretty much.
Yeah.
The biggest theater. Actually, I done Celebrity Theater, which is like a 3,500 seater. I killed that. I had a good set.
Who'd you open up for? Did you open up for anybody?
It was Gary Owens was the one. No, it was I'm trying to think. It probably was Tony Roberts, maybe. It was it was one of those festival ones where they have like 4 different headliners, and I opened up. Yeah. Did really good. I opened up for Gary Owens and in Vegas too. That was a 25-seater, 2,500.
Jeez.
And Theo Vaughn, before he got really big, Theo's podcast took off when he was just starting this past weekend podcast. Yeah. He used to let me open up for him a lot, and so that was when he was good. But it was hard because never really crowded like shows, and now that guy's doing theaters because of podcasts. I'm expecting you to do the same thing. But yeah, I performed all over, man. Miami, New York, Texas, L.A., Vegas. It's weird.
Would you say you got those spots? Is that from living in L.A. or is that from living in a specific place that has helped you kind of?
It's relationships. So L.A., you're going to make relationships. You'll be on shows. Like I did a show one time. It was probably my favorite show. It was on birthday. They put me up for my birthday. Daniel Tosh went right after me. Tom Segura. Dane Cook was on the same show. Just a bunch of heavy hitters. Sebastian. And I'm on the show, right? I'm like, oh, shit, this lineup has me on it, so that's cool. But you network a lot more, and so people are like, yo, you're pretty funny. I'm going to Arizona. I'm going to this city, man. Can you open up for me for the weekend? And so I would say networking is a big part of, like, making it as a comedian, having other comedians who are successful like you.
Yeah. I know that you, like you said, that, like, you perform all around the country. Is the job that you do with Yahoo Sports? You're a broadcaster for Yahoo Sports.
Oh fuck!
Would you say a broadcaster, or
I'm sports broadcast? But that's not I didn't go to school for that. I was a comedian who interviewed athletes well, and they gave me a good job. Yeah. So I'm untraditional, but it works, and so I love it, man. I get to talk to athletes. I do a daily sports show where I put up the jokes, and they give me the sports stories. Yeah. And they pay me really good to do it, and so it's something I love doing. Like I mean, you can publicize it if you want. I would do that job for free, and instead they're like, "No, you take 6 figures, motherfucker." And I'm like, "All right, I'll do it."
Would you say that that is something that's helping you, perform around the country, obviously, since you're...
No, absolutely not. It takes my time, and they want me to work on Fridays, man.
Oh, okay.
When you go on the road, they want Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, and I got to turn shows down because I'm like, man, I can't really take off 2 days of work to go do this, and I'm making less. You make less doing stand-up than you do broadcasting, so I got to take 2 days off to go get, $350 for a week and open.
How did you get that gig? Did you audition? Did you meet with an agent or a producer of Yahoo?
Oh, bro, it's cool. So I feel like I'm ahead of the curve on a lot of things. I had a podcast in like 2012.
Yeah.
And that's before everybody was doing it. Like, I couldn't get a lot of people to watch it because they didn't know how to get on podcasts and all that stuff. And from that, I started doing just a YouTube show. A lot of people I knew, a lot of athletes, I would just fucking interview them and put on Instagram. And it was hilarious. And so I kept trying to pitch Yahoo Sports like, hey, you should buy this show. You should buy this show. And then one day they were like, yo, we about to start a new show. And I couldn't think of anyone more perfect than you taking this show. And so they had a lot of people audition, like famous people, but they gave me the show because I kept pitching them. I was real funny. And shout out to Ryan Dornbush. He was the one that he believed in me. He was like, yo, you're the perfect man for this show. And so they gave me that.
That's amazing that actually worked. I feel like there's been a couple times where I've like gone on my photos on Instagram that I promoted for this podcast or whatever, and in the comments tagged like MTV or HBO Max or something. Hey, I want to work for you, and then nothing happens.
No. People think it's quantity. You need a bunch. They think you need 1 million viewers, right? It's quality, man. If you got 25 people watching your shit, but they're people that can make decisions, changes your life, man. In fact, I'm going to share this, and I know a couple people that's looking for decision maker. Who knows, man? Be funny. Be funny, man.
Yeah. let me do my act right now. No.
No, but I love Yahoo sports broadcast. It's a perfect blend because it makes me think about sports, and then I get to go do comedy, and I don't want to talk about sports at all. I want to talk solely about funny shit like aliens, and I want to plan a heist. That's not even a joke. It's a real life story, man. Well, I feel like in my life, if I don't plan a heist, I failed. If I don't, just like a Ocean's 11, like really executed well, steal from a bad person, like heist.
Well, you almost kind of did that because you interviewed Eddie Murphy. So you almost reenacted, like that movie that he was in about. Is it called The Heist?
Tower Heist.
Yeah.
Do you know the backstory of Tower Heist?
Of the actual true story, or
it's not a true story, but
I don't know.
Eddie Murphy wrote a treatment in like 1999 or 2001, and it was like him, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Martin Lawrence go rob Donald Trump.
Oh, okay.
And it was a bunch of comedians doing a heist where they rob a rich man, and it was kind of like a reparations tale. And he gave it to the studios, and then they were like, oh, we want to be woke. Well, it don't look right, portraying these black people as robbers. Yeah. And so they ended up changing to making it like a Ben Stiller getting fired. And the movie, I mean, it was a funny movie, but it was terrible compared to what it could have been. I
was thinking that you were gonna say like Trump didn't want them to make the movie because he was president at the time or something. Like, no, you're not gonna make the movie about me right now.
Trump was funny before he became president. Like, he was very much like a fucking comedian, bro. He was like The Apprentice. You ever watch that show? That's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Trump was all about being on entertainment. He was in Home Alone too.
I guess you're right. Yeah, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't care.
Once he became a president, he was like, oh shit, he has big decisions to make. Then people started hating him. But before then, they were like, he's just a rich guy that needs to have fun. But then he became president. It was like, oh shit, this guy's making a decision on healthcare.
Yeah.
But no, Eddie Murphy, man. I interviewed Eddie Murphy. They were doing a promotion for Coming to America 2. And so they gave me an opportunity to interview Eddie Murphy. Dream of mine, Eddie Murphy's probably the funniest comedic actor of all time.
Yeah,
all of his movies are timeless. I'm talking about Trading Places. Coming to America is my favorite movie to this day. Meet Dave is a terrible script. Eddie Murphy makes it funny. That's how good Eddie Murphy is. And the thing about it is, you ever talk to people, Eddie Murphy's very, very serious. Like, he'd just be like, yeah, that's cool. But for some reason, he liked my energy. He started being funny. Motherfucker was telling me stories about how him and Prince really played basketball. It was he was just telling me all the good stuff. And, the thing that sucks is I was doing it on a gauntlet, so I only had 10 minutes. And they were, like, rushing me because,
was that like was like a segment that you were doing?
For Coming to America, we were supposed to be promoting Coming to America 2.
Yeah.
And then my producer, she's cool, but she was very much like, ask him a bunch of sports questions. Ask him how you feel about the New York Jets. And I'm like, no. This is Eddie Murphy. This is a go-to comedy. I want to ask him about, SNL, man. How did you save it in the 80s?
Yeah.
But overall, Eddie Murphy is like a dream of mine. I think my favorite comedic actor is Eddie Murphy. My favorite stand-up comedian is Dave Chappelle. Chris Rock's up there, but getting able to interview him, especially because he doesn't do this much of like media, was a surreal opportunity. And I hope you watch this, man. I know Eddie Murphy's not big on the social media game, but you never know, man, who's watching it. Eddie, if you are watching this, man, put me in a new movie, man. I know he's about to be George Clinton in a new funk movie, so put me in the movie, man.
Yeah, what was that movie he made recently where he played like
Dolomite.
Dolomite,
yeah. He did a good job, too. Eddie Murphy getting serious movies. Because he fell off. He did 1,000 words, and that might have been the worst piece of cinema I've ever seen.
I thought that movie was so fucking amazing.
Really? That was your
thought
movie?
It was so good.
We got different tastes, man.
I
You're like,
thought
oh,
it
my
was
God,
really
he's
good.
on his last word.
I love Eddie Murphy so much. I thought his acting in that movie was so great. Like, just the facial expressions he was using because he couldn't talk, like I thought it was awesome. I thought the concept was really cool. I'm over there crying watching it. You're like, this fucking thing sucks. Like,
when you watch it, by maybe 30 minutes into the movie, like, oh, this shit is trash. You know a movie's trash by 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like I know whether I'm going to like a movie or not by the first 30 minutes. Like, if you got me in the first 30 minutes, you could end that shit trash. It's the opposite of stand-up. You do not have to finish strong in a movie.
I guess I'd obviously, definitely rather watch, like, Nutty Professor or, what else? What else is another fun?
Nutty Professor's your favorite Eddie Murphy?
Probably either Nutty Professor or
Dr. Doolittle. I bet you're a Dr. Doolittle guy.
I don't. I mean, Dr. Doolittle's all right. But Nutty Professor has some iconic scenes. The Chris Rock. The Dave Chappelle scenes.
Oh, women be shopping, baby. Women be shopping.
Women be shopping.
That was a good scene.
And then he smashes him in the piano or something like that, right?
Reggie, Reggie. He got Reggie. He said, that ain't your real hair. You go too far with the comedy.
So that's why when I saw that on your Instagram, I was like, what? You fucking interviewed
What you don't know is
Eddie Murphy?
Arsenio Hall's in that same clip.
Yeah.
They cut him out. I'm talking to Arsenio Hall, too.
Oh, because of the Coming to America.
Yeah, Arsenio Hall's there. Arsenio Hall's a wild card, right? Because he's funny, but, like, Arsenio Hall in movies plays a straight guy. Like, him and Richard Pryor did the same thing, where they always played this, like, straight man with, like, mini humor. Where, like, Eddie Murphy had range. Eddie Murphy could be the fucking slapstick guy, serious funny, mean funny. But Arsenio Hall and Richard Pryor, to me, always play like the straight, nice guy who shit happens to him.
Yeah. I like him, Arsenio Hall from, obviously, the Arsenio Hall show.
Damn, you ain't old enough for the Arsenio Hall show. That show got canceled, man. They put his last episode, he put Louis Farrakhan on, and they canceled his show right after that, man. You can't put Louis Farrakhan on late night TV.
Yeah. But like when they say live from Arsenio Hall, are they talking about a hall that's called Arsenio Hall?
It's a good one, bro. This guy's doing bits, man. There we go. No, man, they say live from Los Angeles, Arsenio Hall show. Woo, woo, woo,
yeah.
woo. He actually came back, right? His show got bring back for a little bit.
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right? Where comedians would get booed off stage. That's live from Arsenio Hall, right?
No, they didn't boo. That's Apollo.
Oh.
Damn, bro.
We have to edit that out.
Live from the Apollo?
Live from the Apollo, and I'm calling it live from Arsenio Hall.
Damn, bro. That right there. Am I the first black person to do this podcast, man? Am I breaking the barrier here? I did not know that I was the first. Look here, man. Look, we're gonna do Black History lessons, man.
That's some of the funny things that happen on my podcast. Is just me messing things up.
Live from Arsenio Hall.
I'll keep it in. It's just
hosted by Steve Harvey.
Live from inside Arsenio Hall's body. Okay, that's creepy. But
are we gonna mention the fact that there's like a pigeon Royal Rumble going on at the table next to us? There's a plate of food over there, and these pigeons are not fucking around.
Yeah.
They body slamming each other for these French fries, and we just acting like nothing's
happening.
Yeah,
there's a fight right there. But
they're fucking each other up. I've been noticing that. I thought they were gonna hit me.
You went to Egypt recently.
Yes.
And you were straight up just hanging out inside of fucking pyramids and tombs. And
all right, so we got to get the precursor out. I have a really wealthy brother who's an NFL superstar, and he's rich, and he makes my life easier because he takes care of the rest of my family, so all my money's mine. And he decided on a whim, he was like, yo, we going to Egypt, baby. And so for 14 days, I went to Egypt and went and seen every pyramid, every tomb, and it was beautiful. But I ain't going to lie to you. If you go to Egypt, after like day 5, you've seen enough, right? It's like, oh, it's just a bunch of dead people's like funeral homes, man. It's there. I'm in a cemetery. That's what it really is. It's just a nice cemetery. But no, it's pretty cool. I went inside the pyramids, man. One of the pyramids was tough, man. You had to climb up and down, and like that shit wasn't easy. Like, whoever built that shit, that was a tough struggle. People died building them motherfuckers.
And the hieroglyphics and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. And part of me, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, I'm a conspiracy theorist, man. I am. I was like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers doing this for tourist attraction. This shit look brand new. Look like somebody made this in 92. But they were like nice color. The hieroglyphics all have some meaning to it. It was really like, it was like
all of a sudden there's like theme hotel rooms inside. Like,
yeah, I mean, pretty soon.
Yeah, probably.
But it was kind of surreal, man. It was cool just to get. That was my first time back in Africa. Just to get there, and they'd be like, "Oh no, this ain't your Africa. This is Arabic Africa. You motherfuckers are down there." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. What's the travel like going all the way to Egypt? I mean, it's like it takes a long time, right?
Nah, bro, I was in the longest flight of my life, man. We flew straight from Egypt back to New York City, and that was like a 18-hour flight, bro. That shit was not a game.
Yeah.
I watched every movie. I fell asleep for like 6 hours, man. And it was a packed-ass plane, man. I was in a, you know, they got like the 2, 4, 2 sky planes.
You must have zero anxiety, too.
Flying? Oh, no, I knock out on planes, man. Sometimes, if it's a domestic flight, I'll fall asleep before we take off, and then I wake up when we hit the ground like, oh, shit, we here already? That's how.
What's something that you would use to help knock you out, if that doesn't incriminate you?
Pussy. No, I'm joking. No, man. I'm naturally always sleepy because I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm busy. I'm a busy guy. So when I wake up, I'm like, fuck, it's already time to wake up, and then I can go. As soon as I lay down, I knock out because I usually don't get enough sleep. I'm usually sleep deprived.
Was it in the time when you had to wear masks on the plane?
Yeah, man.
So
I hated
wear
that
the
shit.
whole entire.
Yeah, but if you sleep, you don't know.
Yeah.
But you wake up and your ears feel like they're moving a little bit forward. Like if we wore a mask another year, humans are gonna start having mouths and ears right next to each other, man.
Yeah. So you're a family man. You have a daughter.
I have a little girl, a beautiful little girl named Yolani, 3-year-old, very smart. She's growing so fast. I'm worrying when do I need to buy my gun because I can see it. We was in Panama earlier this year, and I seen a little chunky-ass Panamanian boy trying to holler at her. I said, chill out, little man. He was big, too, so I know if he get older, he going to be ready to whoop my ass. So I was like, I got to make sure I start fearing these men young.
What does she think about, you being an entertainer, performer, all that?
She has no idea. She has no idea that I'm semi-famous.
Yeah. She doesn't understand.
She doesn't get that. She doesn't know, like, Daddy's doing an important interview. You need to stay out of this room. She doesn't know when people are like, oh, my God, you're so cool. I'm a big fan. Can I get an autograph? She doesn't know any of that. She does think I'm funny, though. She'll tell you that. Daddy's funny. I said, thank you, baby. If nobody thinks I'm funny as long as you do.
I'm sure you've had to, or not had to, you've gotten to, take her around like certain amazing places with like. Oh,
she's seen some dope shit.
Like you mentioned, like right now you have to, do your job like kind of remotely in your house, right? But you used to like travel a lot.
Oh yeah, even with COVID, I was traveling a lot. New York, a lot of places with work and just personal, stand-up wise too. My daughter's seen a lot. She's been to Disney World like 3 times already. She ain't gonna remember none of this. She's not gonna remember none of that. But I'm a spoiler because I want to be spoiled too. So that's it. You gonna have a baby anytime soon, man?
I don't know, man. I'm working on it.
Yeah, bro. You practicing?
Every once in a while.
Can we get rated R here or no? No?
We can get rated R. It's YouTube.
All right, you got to take the condom off, bro. You take the condom off. You can't go backwards. I'm going to tell you that right now, bro. Once it's off, you're there forever.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chuckbox, for turning it into an X-rated show. But that's how it happens, man. I was doing the same thing I've been doing since college. And sure enough, you get old enough, you keep fucking, bro. Babies come.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't mind getting. I think there's obviously just going to be a girl that's like going to change my mind on marriage pretty soon.
It doesn't work like that, man.
I might be down to be married.
That's how movies stopping, man. Marriage for men is just like, well, she's been here long enough.
Yeah, like
it's never like, oh my God, this is the girl I'm going to marry.
Marriage
it's like,
can be a sign of like giving up.
Yeah, it's just like, I ain't going to do no better.
Yeah. Totally kind of off topic, kind of just bringing it back to comedy a little bit.
Yeah.
This is like kind of a question I ask like a lot of the comedians that I have on my podcast. What is like one of the craziest things you've ever seen happen at a comedy show? Like whether it's, like something happening to the comedian, something happening in the audience, just something like that.
I
always
seen
find
some
the
shit,
response is
bro.
always-
I seen some shit. I've been doing comedy for a long time. I'm a black comedian, which means I do very, very urban black shows.
Yeah.
And I'm also like a mainstream comedian, so I've done very, very white shows, and they're the opposite response.
Yeah.
I seen a fight. I seen literally two comedians. I won't mention their names, but if you're a fan of comedy, you might know. One dude was at the Comedy Store on the middle of the stage, in the middle of a joke, doing really well, and then the other comedian had beef, and he seen him when he was up there, ran on stage and started trying to punch the man, and the dude
What, in
left.
the belly room or the main room or
It was in the main room. It was a black show.
Okay.
Though. It was the tripping out. It was not. It was Tuesday. The Tuesday night show in the main room was a black show. It used to be until somebody got killed one time. But yeah, I seen a fight on the Tuesday show there, and I was like, that's not fun. That's the thing about being a comedian, man. You're too public. Like I can't even. You ever get mad at your girlfriend? You want to act like you dead for a couple of weeks? Be like, bitch, you gonna miss me. And she's like, you got a show on Tuesday. I can't ever act like I'm dead to my baby mama.
I unfortunately am not the kind of guy that can do something like that.
You can't just ignore somebody for 3 days and they're like, I wonder if he's alive. He ain't talked to me in 3 days.
Maybe with my guy friends, but never with a girl. They'd be like, all right, fuck off then.
You're dead to me anyways.
Yeah, like
No.
I only dated you because you had 160 subscribers on your YouTube channel.
Yeah. Crazy thing I seen
160 by
Bobby
way,
Lee. Bobby Lee pulls his dick out on stage sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
That's
his thing.
that's how he
And he
gets
doesn't
it.
have a dick you'll pull out, right? Most people pull out a dick. Like you don't want to whip out a hard dick on stage, but you don't want to whip out baby dick either. He whips out baby dick. It's like, God damn it, Bobby Lee, put that little thing away.
Yeah. Maybe I need
Nobody came to see this shit. We came to see some professional comedy jokes. Now this little head dick, man, put that thing away.
Hey, if nothing works out in the next couple of years, I'm going to start whipping it out.
Yeah, just the dick guy, man. Here goes Dustin with his closer, huh?
I think I'm going to become a dip whipping out comedian. That's what I'm going to do.
OnlyFans is there's a market for that, man. There's a market, man.
Yeah.
Some people pull out, like, there's people that are OnlyFans, like, you make money from your feet. I bet you could make money from your clothes and neck. It's like, yo, fucking Dustin kills this room with 13 people with the whip out.
Is there like a fetish website for Adam's apples?
Oh, you do got a solid. God damn, you got a tennis ball in that motherfucker, man, would you? Damn. You supposed to have a deeper. Oh, what is that? That's a little weird. You look like a pigeon, bro.
I should be over there fighting over there with those guys.
Damn, bro, I didn't know that, man. That is crazy, bro. Hey, yo, if you like Adam's apples, yo, get on Dustin's OnlyFans page. First 2 weeks are free.
You know, that's what I think that they're thinking when they're admiring me from afar. They're like, oh my God, look at the Adam's.
You just had your ass fucking drinking water.
It's got the lack of eyebrows, but that Adam's apple is just
God damn. Either way, I think comedy in the future is going to be, I think that there's two levels. I think it's going to be two levels of comedy. There's going to be people that are authentic and real to the bone, and there's going to be people that do, material that's a little more mainstream and want to be wealthier. Like, there's going to be a lot more carrot tops than there's going to be, like, George Carlin. Like, there's going to be a lot more.
If I can always pay my rent to live in, like, a one-bedroom apartment, I'm good.
That's a bad goal. I feel like a mortgage is better, man. As long as I can pay rent.
Saying, if people are going to make it to the point where I can only work on the internet and I can only sell merch on the internet and I can only do things on my YouTube channel, like let's say I become a famous actor and I'm in some movies for a while, but then I get canceled to the point where I have to resort to my YouTube channel and my website, and I can only just make money off my merch or my YouTube views, right?
We can plan a heist too, man. That's how we make money, man.
Well, then then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being reduced to just living in a one-bedroom apartment.
All right, this is
and then I don't lose. They don't win.
This is the clip I want you to put on the internet, all right?
Yeah.
I am trying to get all the Arizona comedian open micers, and we're going to plan a heist. We're going to fight. We're going to take down Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is a very corrupt bank. They've been stealing money from poor people for years. They actually collected Haiti. After Haiti bought its freedom, France was like, you're still going to pay us for all the work your slaves would have did. And they were like, give us $1 billion. And this is like in the 1800s, right? And Haiti was able to pay this shit off like in 1952 or something like that. And Wells Fargo collected the money for him, man. So, that's how. So I feel like if we rob them, like that would be one where it's like, fuck them, If we rob like a mom and pop store, that'd be bad. But if we plan a heist and we could get Wells Fargo, I think that. And then think about it. If there's any people that need money, it's Arizona comedians, like open micers, man. Because there's no money in open micers. There's just a bunch of poor people who have a tough time getting women.
We should we do a heist and we set up a room in the bank where we do a writer's room. All
right. Best case scenario, we plan a heist. We're all really rich and we move to Cuba and start a comedy scene there, right? Worst case scenario, we're in jail, but somebody's gonna make a movie about us, and then we get to see who casts us. That wouldn't be fun to be like, holy shit, yo, guess who they got playing Dustin? They got fucking the kid from Stranger Things is playing Dustin in this movie.
We we took Smeagol and turned him into a real life character and made him play Dustin.
Yeah, man, I just feel like it's a great thing, right? Life is about having meaning, right? You don't
Yeah.
want to be 55 years old. It's like, it's the same joke I've been doing for the last 20 years. At some point, you got to risk it all, man. And you just imagine the moments before, like, who's going to quit on us? You know somebody's going to be like, holy shit, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be like Andrew Orlando, or whatever it says. He's going to quit, I could tell.
You could tell?
I could tell. He's going to be like, I'm ready. Holy shit, I can't do this. And I'm like, fuck, man, you're going to blow it for all of us.
Oh, no.
So I'm not calling him out, but I am. You're right. He's going to watch this, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I knew it was you, Andrew. Andy Chung backs out. Andy Chung backs out, too, I feel like, too.
Nah, they're gonna keep going.
All right, you had to, no, not to make enemies with anyone. We're not making anybody. They know this is humor. Who's backing out? Who's backing out? What Arizona open mic is gonna back out of our challenge, of our heist right before a day of?
Oh, you're talking about the heist. I thought you were talking about backing out of comedy.
Oh no.
I was like, what are you? I'm like,
comedy's the one job you do forever and hate. Comedy, no one quits comedy ever. You're eventually gonna be like, fuck, I get it back on stage.
Yeah. Who would back out of the heist?
Yeah.
I probably would be the person who would boot pussy out.
Well, goddamn, man, I'm on here planning a heist with this man. He's already talking about he's not gonna do it.
Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Oh my God, there's some beautiful women walking by. Hey, how you doing? Is that a cat
That's
call?
Tempe for
Is that a
you.
cat call? I'm sorry. I only cat call online. I just in all caps on Hinge be like, hey, you fine.
That's the best way to catcall is yell at them and then go, hey, is that a cat call?
Online, they gotta read it in a certain leverage. They don't know. It's a little bit when you be like, hey. Personal cat call is a lot more rude than online cat calling.
Yeah. So let's see. Before we go and like kind of do some shout outs.
All right, let's wrap it up with something. Let's do something with like, a little nicer spin. My mama might watch this.
Well, what I usually do with my guests is I ask them, like that other question about asking you one of the craziest things you've ever seen at a comedy show. I also asked another question. What is your top 5 favorite movies? Because if you answer that, it gives a good it shows the taste of the guest. And
I got range, bro.
Yeah, I've answered my top 5 a few times, so I don't feel the need to do
All
mine.
right, we overlap on it. Just let me know, all right?
Yeah, okay. I'll let you know if one of yours is one of mine.
All right.
Because I have a couple that in there that are pretty popular.
Oh, popular? Or like Hostile? You look like a Hostile guy.
No, a Tower Heist.
Oh, yeah, Tower Heist in 1,000 words. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 1,000 words.
Yeah.
No.
Followed up by Bobby's World.
1,000 words is not in my top 5.
All right. Let's see. My top 5, the best movie of all time is Interstellar. Christopher Nolan, Matthew McConaughey, just the best work. The movie's amazing on multiple levels. Then my second favorite movie is Coming to America. It came out the year I was born, and it still holds its weight. I can watch it today, and it'll be the funniest movie out.
Not just because you interviewed Eddie Murphy.
No, long before. That's why I interviewed him. No, Eddie Murphy's fucking amazing in that movie. Every character he plays is genius.
No, that is a classic movie, of course.
Friday is probably my next favorite movie after that. I love Friday.
Oh,
Friday
dude.
was one of the classics of why I love comedy.
Of course.
Then I'm going to go with The Matrix is my 4th favorite movie. Just a genius world about the metaverse and all that shit before. It was just ahead of its time. Even though I heard they stole it from a black woman. Hasn't been proven, but I feel like, the Wachowskis, whatever they are these days, they motherfuckers ain't that talented. I seen the rest of their movies, Jupiter Ascending, all this shit. I was like, there's no way they made the first Matrix on their own. These shits are terrible. And then I'm gonna round it out with a weird movie that no one's ever watched, but it's really great, called The Family Man, starring Bruce Willis. Not Bruce Willis, Nicolas Cage. That movie. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't seen it, but
man, if you believe in family and all that, just like, what do you choose, man? You want to be successful in life or have a loving family? The movie does a good job of putting it on paper. Honorable mention, Adam Sandler, who's terrible in all movies, but Click is really good. I like Click too.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming. Also, just very good comedy film. Classic film. Click. I'll do my favorite Adam Sandler movie. My favorite Adam Sandler movie is
No, better than that. What's your worst?
Billy Madison.
What's your worst Adam Sandler movie? Because he has some pretty bad movies.
The worst one is that one, Jack and Jill.
Oh, that was terrible, right?
Reason because I didn't even see it, and I know I just knew.
Wow, it's the worst one you already know? No, you got to watch one. There's got to be one you watch, you're like, Adam Sandler's losing it.
Oh, man. Yeah, probably.
You know what movie was terrible of his that I kind of watched a couple times? The animated movie, Christmas movie where he like comes back and he
Crazy Nights or 8 Crazy Nights?
Yeah, that's a terrible movie. That's a Adam Sandler. Yeah, at some point you get to a level of fame where you stop giving a fuck and you just lose it. You lose touch of reality of what regular people want.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler's hit that level about 12 years ago.
Yeah, it's probably.
He doesn't give a fuck. I seen him on stage in L.A. a couple times.
The Cobbler was terrible.
Oh yeah, that sounds good too. I seen him on stage a couple of times, and he just literally in basketball shorts, like he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He has no fucks left to give.
Yeah.
He's not trying to impress anybody.
Hockey jersey.
Just literally like old school basketball jerseys. Like, are those even yours? Like basketball shorts that go like they almost jorts. Like I don't know if those are pants or shorts. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know nobody wears that. Adam Sandler's not out there in athletic wear. He's out there and just like, now did you steal your bodyguard's shorts, man? What's going on?
So what do you got coming up that you might want to let the audience know?
Oh man, I'm gonna be taping some stand up pretty soon. So you guys follow me on Instagram, Twitter, anything at Jared Quay. I'm gonna be putting up some clips there. If you like sports, man, I host Yahoo Sports The Rush every day on Yahoo Sports. You kind of gotta go looking for it. They're cleaning the format up a little bit, but if you're on that site, you see me. Also, I do Mad Bets content if you like gambling, but please don't fall in love with that because you can lose a lot of your money. Other than that, man, I'll be on the open mic scene around Arizona, and I'll be moving back to LA pretty soon, and so you'll see me at the Laugh Factory, Improv, all those good comedy clubs. Also, you guys just keep supporting Dustin, man. He's got a lot of great things, man. And get on the show if you're watching this and you think you're good, man. He will hound you, so just DM him, and he'll get you on his fucking show, man. Other than I'm happy, man. Oh, and come to the Chuckbox, man. It's a local-owned business, man. They're not franchised. They only take cash because the owner doesn't like paying his taxes. I'm joking. That may not be true. But if you can, man, support this business, man. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, thank you again to the Chuckbox. I appreciate the manager and the people who work here being really nice and treating me very well and helping me get this podcast done. I want to thank you, Jared, for committing to this. I really appreciate your help. You've been a great guest, and you're a good friend of mine. And subscribe to my podcast, please. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get more subscribers, and or subscribe to my YouTube channel is what I meant to say. And I have some shows that I produce around Phoenix, and gonna hopefully release some new sketches on my YouTube channel too. So, and follow me on my Instagram, Dustin Hadlock, all lowercase, no spaces, and
his OnlyFans page is Adam's Apple OnlyFans page.
I'll be Spread Eagle. To that. Spread Eagle.
And if you may be able to see him on inside the Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, live from Arsenio Hall.
He'll be doing his set there. That'll be his first TV set. So that'll
with
be
the Sandman.
Cool. All right, man. Thank you for having me on. I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. I gotta go shower. Pound it up.
You never know what people want to do these days in terms of the handshake. All right. Have a good day. Thank you, guys.
Take care. Bye.